I am born happy. As a child, I don't ask for Instagram likes. I don't ask for Xboxes. I don't ask for cars. I don't want anyone to like my crumbly little bum. Nobody cares, right? Children are happy. The interesting second assumption, which truly blew me away, was the idea that happiness is the absence of unhappiness. So you look at a child, the child is unhappy when there is a reason to be unhappy. A diaper gets wet, the child will cry. You change the diaper, the child goes back to happiness. I promise you this is the case for you too. If you wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., you're feeling nice and healthy, you're sitting on the beach, your partner didn't say anything stupid so far, your state is happy. You're okay. If there is no reason for unhappiness, we feel happy. Now here's the challenge. There are so many things that piss us off in life. Any human being that gets to that conclusion, happiness is the absence of unhappiness, would simply do a list, but not engineers. Like, okay, I'm unhappy about this, I'm going to change it. Unhappy about that, I'm going to change it. Not software engineers. At the time, crazy as it sounds, what I did is I decided, you know what? There must be an algorithm. There must be a way where I can actually program that into my computer so that it spits out all of the possible situations that I will ever feel unhappy in the future. And then I can scratch them out once and for all, and we're done with that code. Okay? Crazy? Yes. But it worked. And this actually really flipped my life. When I was looking for the happiness algorithm, I took all of the moments in my life that I felt happy, and I started to plot them against charts of my age, my weight, the amount of hair on my head, whatever, okay, my love life, trying to find a trend line. Couldn't find any. Until I found a very interesting one, which I believe is my definition of happiness. And my definition of happiness is very, very interesting. Do you remember when COVID happened? And for some of us, it was a disaster. For the others, it was a celebration. Do you remember when COVID happened and they locked us down? And for some of us, it was a disaster one day and a celebration the next, and then a disaster again, and then a celebration, right? It seems that no event ever has the consistency, the inherent happiness value in it. No, rain doesn't always make you happy or unhappy. Do you understand that? Right? Rain makes you very happy if it rains on your ex-boyfriend's wedding. It's amazing, right? It's like, we love it. If it rains when we're going to be outside on the pool tomorrow, it's going to make you very unhappy. Do you understand? Rain has no inherent happiness value in it. What makes us sometimes happy in rain, so why are we always happy in nature, is really the equation. Your happiness is not a result of the events of your life. Your happiness is a result of a comparison that happens in your brain. Remember, it is in your brain. It's not out there in the real world, between what the event is and what you want the event to be. If it's your ex-boyfriend's wedding, you want rain. And so when it rains, you're happy. Why are we always happy in nature? I woke up at 4 a.m. today. I sat on the beach, and I was in such a calm state. And I don't know why the waves were so loud, but I didn't complain about that. I didn't say, can I please keep the view and mute the sound? Nobody does that in nature, right? You go out in nature and, nothing is really properly hedged. No tree is really properly vertical. When you're out in nature, you don't expect nature to be that. You want nature to be chaotic. And so you look at a tree that is crooked and you go, oh my God, that's so beautiful. You don't want this tree to be vertical, right? So the idea of nature is it's always going to meet the happiness equation. The event chaotic nature of nature always meets your expectation of chaotic nature of nature. Everything in your life that you ever felt unhappy about is an event that missed your expectation. If it is happening as a comparison between your perception of the event and your hopes and wishes and expectations of how life should be, then happiness is 100% a choice. Because your perception of the event is informed by you. By the way, your brain, I'm sorry to say this, has never, ever once in your life ever told you the truth. Your brain tells you what it thinks is the truth. We can go through an economic crisis in the next few years, and some of us will have their brains tell them, I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be homeless is not the truth. All future-looking statements are not the truth. The only truth is, it is difficult right now. That's a truth. If your brain doesn't tell you the truth, that event actually is your choice to see it in different ways. If your brain doesn't always set realistic expectations, then it's your choice to set realistic expectations. Most people will tell you when you lose a child, you have one choice, which is to grieve for the rest of your life. No, I had two. I had one of them where I felt a lot of pain and I could grieve for the rest of my life, and the other where I felt a lot of pain and I could do something about it. I could do something to make my life better.